Okay, so first things first, let me get an audio. That works. This is the actual sink, but I don't have it in here to prep yet. I'm still working on it. I ran into a little bit of trouble with traffic, and I got to make sure I've got everything set the way that I want it set. I see BH Ringer was first, Darren was here, Tony was here, and Rick was here. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this sink, but I may have run into a little bit of a problem already, and the construction zones I had to go through really put me behind about 15 minutes, so bear with me. We will get the show on the road here shortly, like as soon as I go grab the sink, basically. Since I'm going to be standing up, I can get this chair out of the way in a second. Alright, so I'm walking back in, and I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over. I think I had this set up just about the way I wanted to. Darren says, funny face, whatever that's all about. So let me turn that off, and then I will possibly see how that looks to you guys. Looks okay to me on YouTube. I don't know if I need to move the camera in closer or not. I can't move the screen. Yeah, it's full screen. And it's not going to go any bigger, so we're going to have to put up with the top edge. Oh, let's go ahead and figure this out. Want to? Sure, why not? So we'll get the chair out of the way. Now, clearly the difference between yesterday and today is today I can actually see what's going on. Now, if you want to see my lovely face, I can make that happen with an adjustment of the camera. I have the sink, and the picture that you saw is the actual sink itself, and it actually fit in the hole just fine. Figure out which way I need to go here. And this is the one she wanted, so we bought it today. And I'm going to go ahead and spin my little desk thing around this way. See, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. You guys don't need to see me. I think if I were to actually bring me into focus, you're not going to see everything anyway. Let's give that a shot and see what I think. Let's see what that looks like. Nope, didn't change a thing. It's just a little closer, it's just a little lower. It is the way that it is. Why 3 tap hole? Because that's what you wanted, Darren. Gotta go with what the boss wants. So now you might be able to see me. Yes, good. So let's get the show on the road and get this thing prepped. Well, I feel like Carrie Holzman here. I'm doing prep for work that I'm going to do on another day. That was a joke, by the way. Somebody give me a thumbs up on audio or a thumbs down on audio. I'm using the Yeti here. So I have no idea. I'll sneak over from time to time and take a gander at chat. So this appears to be said drain. I'll set it over here out of the way. Have to find me a trash box somewhere other than the floor. The little things to hold the faucet together. The clearly interesting little drain thingy for the drain thingy. You know what I don't see though? Oh, this looks to be okay. Good. I like this. I was concerned about this. I'm going to be happy with that right there. Guessing Tony Wallow and Darren Go Home are telling me that my audio is okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, that didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, but it'll work. Just put it over here all the way. So this is the faucet she wanted. I don't know that I necessarily am pleased with them or not, but hey, it's what she wanted. She's going to get what she wanted, you know. Template for the faucets. I guess that's got to go on, and then this will go on like that, and whatever. Put that right like that. Then I'm going to go find our hoses, which I hope are long enough. I really do hope they're long enough. I'm going to have to dig the other one out, I think, because there's only one hose. And obviously there's two spigots or two faucets or whatever you want to call them. William Dawson, and now the fun starts. Well, the fun started when I was coming home through the construction zones, and I actually Googled, I knew the one construction zone, so I Googled my way around it. What I didn't anticipate, though, was the way I Googled the way around it would have a construction zone of its own. So I would have been better off, in all seriousness, just to stick on the main road and go through the original construction zone. Now that looks really short. But it's supposed to be 30 inches. So this would go on here like that. And then I'll get the other one out. Now you are probably wondering why I did not drop that through that sink just yet. Well, I kind of have an idea how I want to do this. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But I have thoughts on how I want to do it. And if this works, then I mean this is good. This is a good experience. Man, I plastic like don't want to give up the contents. This is a good experience because we have 2 more sinks to do. And then my brother's going to help me with the water heater. Even though I think maybe I could actually stumble through that as well. The thing I did notice on this sink, and you guys might notice too, is there's no clamps on this. This has to be glued down or plastered down or pasted down or something. It's not like the other sink that had the clamps. And I don't know if that's the industry, that's where it's going or what. I don't do a lot of sink repair. Hi, Catherine. I'll sneak over from time to time. I can barely see chat when I'm over here by the sink itself. And I can't move it to another closer monitor because that ain't going to work. Bear with me while I undo these little dooflinky thingies here. I was hoping to be able to do this afternoon about 12:30 for normal daily DaVinci time slot, but that just didn't work out. We didn't get home near in time. So now this one will go on the other side like this. And I'm not going to tighten any of this down today just yet. I'm just going to finger tighten it. And then that's done. Now I hope I just didn't make a mistake, which I know I did. Hoping and reality are two different things. I was wanting to slip this over, but I realized now I can't, which is no big deal. Again, I've never put a sink in my entire life. I have no idea what I'm doing. And in typical me fashion, I am not reading the instructions. So my idea was wrong. My thoughts was simply get it all prepped, run it up through there, and then tighten it down. I can't do that. So that's fine. Now I don't think this sink is going to sit level on my desk because it doesn't really have a very flat bottom surface. Yeah, see, that's kind of wobbly. So I'm going to have to be real careful with that. This is what I was not wanting. That's fine. I think what I'm getting ready to do will be just fine. Template, top, front, goes just like that. Now does this sit over here like this? And I'm not real pleased with, oh yeah, that looks really good. Now I'm not real pleased with the way that it's going to require me to do this. And I really probably should have waited until Mrs. K was off so we could work together to do this. But I'll get through it. I will get through this. If I had a portable clamp and a big old rag, I just got to make sure these aren't reverse threaded, and they don't appear to be. They're not. That is good. Anyway, if I had a portable clamp and a big old blanket or something, I could pad the sink to keep it from getting scratched up. I could do that, but not a big deal. I'll get through this like this. And again, this is just prepping the sink anyway, so that when the time comes, I'll actually set it back in its spot this afternoon, and boy, that is just being really obstinate. So you get under here and take a gander at it. See if I can figure this out. Kind of hard for me to talk, shock to some of you, and work at the same time. Well, I just don't want to go on there. And now my sink, there we go. Okay, that one went right on. Woo, that was good. That went right on. Now, see if this one goes. See if I can get lucky on this one too. I cannot. This one's still going to be a pain in the neck. Wow, seriously? There we go. Oh, thought I had it. There we go. All right. Progress. Progress was made. So now, I got to flip it up on this edge, flat like that. I got to position it how I want it. I got to figure out how in the world I'm going to hold this and tighten it at the same time, because what I don't want to have happen is the stupid sink go sliding and cracking, and looks pretty good right there. Like I said, these are just going to be finger tight for today. So now I've gotten it to here. I've got the faucets attached. I may have to do some real quick reading on this one, because what this is the drain. Oh, I see how it works. I'm not going to have to read anything, I don't think. Yeah, I'm going to read it. Only because the washers has me confused. And this little green wing nut thingy has me confused. Let me check up on chat. Photo Mix Media, thank you very much. Rick Lakes, good to see you. Yeah, I have that. And I will put that on there here in just a minute. So right now what I want to do is I want to figure something out real quick on my own. And that is, I bet this goes on the bottom. I'm going to, well, you know what? Oh, look at that. That fell through like that, like it was supposed to go through there. And I put the first hair in the sink. That's not funny either, but it's funny. So I'm going to rest this up on its edge. Just like that. And I believe you all are talking about the white pipe thread tape. I believe you're talking about this, and whether it will focus or not, I don't know. I do have that. Yeah, Catherine, that's kind of basically what I'm going to do, but here's the problem. I've got to get this in first, and then I can flip it upside down, and so I can do it like this. I can, once I get this attached, I can do it just like that, which is what I want to do. I mean, it's just easily done. In fact, what I can do now is I can hold this right here. I can do something I rarely do, and that is look at the daggone instructions. And as long as I don't have to put a washer back in there. Oh, cool, the spigot is locked. That's pretty interesting. So I do not have to put a, oh, I do have to. I do actually have to, even though it didn't really reflect that. So that's fine. I can. Oops, forgot. Those are attached. And I'm throwing things already, and I'm not even upset yet. So I've got to, look at that. I bent over like I didn't do any work yesterday. So this one's got to go first. The round one's got to go on here first. And I'm going to guess it's going to go like that. And that goes back in there. Like that. And I'm going to hold that up there like that. Set this back down like this. And I'm good to go. Sort of, kind of. Now this one's going to go on. This one's got me flabbergasted because of the way that it is. I'm going to say it's going to go like that. That kind of doesn't make sense in my mind, though. I think it would make more sense if it went like this. And the instructions aren't real plain on how that's supposed to go. That is a gasket. Yes, it is. And that is a cone gasket. Yes, it is. And it shows it going the opposite way. Okay, so I had it right the first time. That just didn't look right. That looks really, really funny. I've never seen a threaded gasket before in my life. And that thing is clearly threaded. Interesting. I have never seen a threaded gasket. I see another problem already too. And that is right there. Interesting. So like any good plumber that works, I gotta take a break. And no, I'm not reading the newspaper. I'm looking at the instructions because I have a good half-inch gap in there, 3/8 to half-inch gap in there, and that is not going to tighten down any further unless that's the way it's designed. And the only way I'm going to know if that's the way it's designed or not is to literally take it off the table. Yeah, see, there's no way that's designed that way because that pushes this up in here about 3/4 of an inch, which is fine. It's got drains for that, so it might be a possibility that it actually goes that way. I seriously doubt it, but it might. And that's got to go like that. I mean, I am no genius, but I know thinking that's got to go about right there. So I'm gonna keep reading. Actually, I'm going to flip this back over on my legs, and I kind of want to get this done while I'm still live streaming. I don't want to end the stream and then 5 seconds later I get it figured out, because it's what happens on Daily Da Vinci. Daily Da Vinci's actually. All right, so. Yep, D, E, and I had that right. And then F, this is F, goes up like that. And then this goes on like that. And then you put that in like that. Okay, so I did have it right. According to all of that, that is correct. So I'm going back to do what I was doing. And I just do not see, seriously, that is not tightening anything, because I wish I could show you this. That's not tightening anything. So that's weird. Now it did say something to the effect if I got to put the stopper in there as well. Let's go back and read set instructions. Put that down in there, which I did. Yeah, this ain't right. I'll tell you right now, this ain't right. So I'm going to go over here and grab said drain. Yeah. Catherine, thank you. Next time you put a sink in, let me know how it goes, please. I am reading the manual, in case you can't see. I've been reading the manual for the last 15 minutes. But then again, yeah, I'm not sure how that works. I think there might have been something missing in the box. I put that in there. put that in there. I put that E gasket where it goes. I put the F gasket where it goes. I don't know who's calling me. You know, seriously. So, I'm going to have to say this again for the 18th time. When I'm streaming, I can't answer the phone when I'm using the phone to do my streaming. Yes, Catherine, that's a good idea to watch a video. However, I'm following the instructions to the letter of the instructions, which is the manual. And there's still a 1/2 inch gap. Now, unless there's something missing in that box, which I'm pretty sure there's not, because I emptied the daggone box, I don't understand why it's not going in there. Unless there's an outside remote possibility that this particular model of sink does not work with this particular model of faucet. That would be my first guess, honestly. Oh, look, it comes with a cute little Go Faster sticker I can put on it. I can put this on here and it'll make the sink go faster. That is so cute. My outside guess, without doing any research yet, because obviously I'm doing this, is that this particular model of faucet is not going to work with this particular sink. The rest of it's easy peasy. Take my tape, wrap it around here, put on my hoses again, drop it in the sink area, and then when I get a little bit more energy over the next couple of days, I'll go down there and put the paste around the sink, let it dry, and then I'll hook this one up to the water line and we'll be done. So, kind of partial success. I'm concerned with this right here. This is the only thing I'm concerned with. That drain cannot do that because that'll leak. That right there will leak all day long. That's crazy. So I'm going to bore you guys and read the manual, or the RTFM as some of us say. Yeah, it just says place it in there and tighten it up. It doesn't say anything about why there's a gap. And there's clearly a doggone gap. About 1.5 inches. Interesting. Yeah, that's correct. That goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. You know what I think it is? Seriously? And if I'm right, that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. And it doesn't tell you in the instructions what I think that it possibly could be. I'm going to try that real quick. That's the only thing I can see that it might be. Is I'm going to bring the sink over here like this. And then we're going to, once again, take this off. Getting pretty good at this part. You guys need someone to... So it says take that washer and put it on there. Which I did. Now it looks like in the illustration that, what I sure as hell don't want to do is drop this sink. It looks like in the illustration, it looks like it forces this washer up into this hole. Why they would do that, I don't know. But that's what it looks like. It looks like it clearly, and this is threaded. This is weird. Honestly, I've never seen a washer that's threaded before in my life. That's not going to make any bit of difference on that. I can tell you that right now. That's got to go about right there in order for that to work. That has to go right there, because that if that stays right there, then this tightens all the way down to there. That's why I'm thinking that this actually goes over that, or goes into that rather. On here good and tight. And like most little instruction manuals that come with this, it's not real thorough. The pictures are really good to look at, and I've got it put together. C goes into D, D goes into the sink with this washer right here on it. Then this part right here goes like this and goes up into here, and then you tighten it down. The problem is, when I do that, there's a little bit of a gap here, and there's nothing in the instructions to show you how to get rid of that gap. So I'm still buying into the fact that maybe that goes, that little one washer goes up on top there, even though it's looking like it don't. So I'm going to call it a day for right now. I mean, I could hook these up. That part's easy. Put the tape on there, put the things on there, tighten it up. That's simple. This is not what I anticipated being a problem. I really anticipated problems elsewhere. And I really wish I'll post pictures later of these instructions. They are not the world's most helpfulest pictures in the world. At all. At all. As you can see, maybe you guys can see something in the instructions that I'm not seeing. I got that part done. I move over to that part. And it just, there's still that little bit of play in there. So that's going to wrap it up. That'll do it. I'll catch up with chat later. Now I know what the little green thing's for. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought maybe there was a piece missing as well. We actually bought 2 sets of faucets because she wanted these. They were on sale. So she wanted to get both of them. I'll pop open this other box because it doesn't say on the outside what its contents are. But I'll pop this open real quick. And then if it is missing a piece, then I will jump back in the car, run back down to Menards, and show them, hey, one of them did have, one of them didn't have the piece that's needed. I mean, that would, long dog, that would be actually really good if it is missing a piece. So I got instructions, I got the drain, I got the 2 white nuts to hold it on there, and I've got basically the same, I've got the same exact one that's that came with the other one, and it's put together just exactly like it's supposed to go up in there. So I do not get it. I do not understand it. But a little bit of research maybe will help me out. I don't know. Yeah, the sink stopper actually is right here. So the sink stopper sink stopper's right here, and it's one of them push, plunging ones. You push it down, it locks it. You push it down, it unlocks it, and it goes into here like this. Go here closer to the camera. This goes into here like this, but that doesn't. This pushing down on that is not going to make up for the 1/2 inch gap that's between here and here. It's just not. And then when you release it, it releases it to there. So there's either something odd. This might not be compatible with that sink. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, more than likely, this faucet or this drain in this faucet isn't compatible with this sink. And I won't know that until I do a little bit of research, which I'm getting ready to do. Yeah, I was really concerned about the stopper because I didn't want to have to use the old metal one that has the links in it and you have to adjust the links and all that. I was not looking forward to that. I was really pleased to see it had this type stopper, but now I'm just a little bit frustrated that I can't get this to work on that sink. And I know I didn't drop anything. I opened the new thing up and accounted for all the parts, so I'll keep working on it. One way or the other, I'll figure it out. Maybe put the model number of sink in, the model number of faucets in, and see if they're compatible. I don't know. We'll get it. Yeah, I get frustrated. Frustrated is probably not the word. I was a little bit worried about it. So, anyway, I will see everyone tonight, 11 o'clock, as she is working 2 to 10. Thank you for being here, everyone. Long Dog Catherine Hauserman was here. Frankie M was here. Yeah, everybody seems to think the same thing, that there was a piece missing. But I opened up the new box, and it's not. It's just like the old box. Yep, Catherine. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Darren was there. Rick Lakes was there. Tony Wallow was there. I believe I saw BH Ringer. Zenjack was there. Play Fortnite. Nice try, but that is not going to happen. So thanks everyone for being here. I will see you guys tonight, and hopefully I'll have good news on the sink. Take care. Got to figure out which camera I'm using here. See you later.